So I started looking at my own lineage and going back. And sure enough, I ended up finding through my uncles, like they went through the church records and stuff like that. They actually went through in Scotland and Ireland, because that's where some of our ancestors come from, tracing the lineage. And sure enough, there is royals in my lineage. And then it goes back to, and through looking at their records, I did, and this is way too long in here, found that I went back to Richard the Lionhearted. And I posted this on those sites, and there was so many Rh negatives. They found the same thing, that they found that they went back to Richard the Lionhearted. And then I started going back, started doing more research, going off of other people's research. What I found was the people in England and the researchers in those countries know a whole lot more than we do. We've been fooled into a lot of that stuff. They actually know that they're part of Israel. It's also in the United States Constitution. It said that even the Queen, when she talked and gave her address, she was to protect, over, and guide Israel. This is so well known who Israel is. Here, we have been fooled into thinking it was all these different people, when England and France and all of them have the journals, have all of the records, have all of that. No, they didn't steal it, and have all the paintings and statues. And they're not as confused as you are. They're not as confused as Americans and that are. What I found when I started looking, and then just go take a look at our parliament buildings. You'll see that all the emblems of all the tribes. It will show you who was the original settlers, what tribes were the original settlers. Again, and like I said, there's going to be people who are going to say Rh negative, are demon seed. Because they were always close. Please don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They've listened to other people's videos, and they've not done the deep study that I have, nor other people. And there's other people who are Rh negative researchers that have done this research, and has pointed back as well. A lot, they believe that O negative probably were the house of Levi, because of our ability with electricity that we have. Like, I can turn on light if I'm agitated enough and my energy is piling up on me, because I can spark you really good, and I can turn lights on, and I can do a lot of stuff. I've been able to. I've had it where my whole house is flickered because of my anger. I'm just saying, I and all another Rh negative have this ability, have abilities like I do, and that would make it so they were the ones who were dealing with the Ark of Covenant. If you read through that story, that will help you understand what I'm talking about. But other people have done this genetically, and as well as looking through the ancestry, finding that that's who the Rh negative are, and of course their children are mixed, and so we have a lot of people that have. And also too, vaccines also add, and I shouldn't even say this part, but they add things too. What I found also was very interesting about the antigens, people can be have Rh positive on their blood, but change to a negative later on, because it can be introduced through vaccines and things like that. And if you go through purification, like doing fasts and cleanses and stuff like that, but people's blood have changed. It has happened. It's documented a number of times. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. What my research has shown me, anyways, this is just for entertainment purposes. I know nothing more than what I've actually personally looked at, is that the original settlers of Canada and United States were of the houses of Israel. As Jesus said, when you know this, as like, I've known him all my life, like he's walked with me. There's that connection that I have with the holy that's different than other people. And I walk in a different way I'm just saying, I walk in a different way than you guys do. And I have never, no matter how much I thought one way or explored something, never have I lost that connection. I'm just saying, so I've been allowed to look at everything. And my Lord has walked with me and shown me and guided me. So this is something that is very passionate to me. I do not believe in Christianity the way you do, because now that I've researched this, I was a minister for many years, for almost 2 decades. So I'm just saying, I've got years and years of research prior to this, just into Bible studies. So yeah, my research goes further than just looking at Rh negative and who the Israelites are and the Caucasian race. I'm not saying that every single person of the Caucasian race is part of Israel, because we know they were separated. But you have to understand what the civilization was when these books were being written, who were writing these books. And that was the most fascinating thing that I found. Not everybody followed the Israelites into the desert. Most of the Israelites spread out and went to Germany and went all over the world, to Scotland, Ireland, and eventually into America. And that was the prophecy about them. If you go and look in about how you can tell who his people are, this will be they were given the 4 corners of the earth. They were to spread out their kingdoms. They were to be rulers of men. So we see all the fulfillments in our people that we would be able to do, and that's because we still, even if you've got the plus, you still are closer to the original people, and it's a calling that will come into your spirit. Your spirit will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. All the things that Jesus was talking to, he was talking to only his people, and it was only for the lost sheep of Israel. None of this. The kingdom was never for anyone else but the lost sheep of Israel, or those people that are associated, the Adamites, if you will. Anyways, anybody that's telling you you're a demon, if you're Rh negative, has watched too many videos and has not done the research themselves. And I'm going to stop talking now and look at your family crests, your emblems. Do some research yourself and have pride in who your people are, your founding fathers, because they were the only ones who had the ability to create kingdom after kingdom after kingdom around the world, because they had the Holy Spirit. Talk to you later.